It's time for Everything Noob, your source for all things gaming.
Time once again for another episode of the Everything Noob podcast. Joining me as always, Jemmy and Dreadlow. How's it going?
Hello.
Yes!
News, and more gaming news. Lots going
PS4
on.
launch!
Yes. But before we get to that, we are giving away a copy of Rust this evening. So hopefully you signed up for that drawing. We're going to be drawing for that a little bit later. Not going to say when because we're evil and sadistic like that. Yes.
Oh, I need to know now, though!
But yes, we will be doing that soon. And yeah, PlayStation 4 launched a little bit rocky, but good nonetheless, I think. I think the majority of people are satisfied and happy.
Yeah. Oh, there's one little thing. Like, the default headset that comes with the unit, like, if you lean back, the mic's on the wire, and it'll lay right where your heart is on your chest, and the rest of the chat will be able to hear your heartbeat.
Whoa!
Wow.
Yes!
It's a pretty decent mic.
I know, it's actually a decent mic, which could be good or bad. I don't know if that's going to get more background noise or what, but that's a little creepy in a weird kind of way.
It's good for now people can manufacture a clip that you can buy.
Oh, yeah.
They'll get a patent on it, and you'll have to go to Walmart and buy the clip to put
Well,
on
I'm
there.
sure there'll be headsets like Turtle Beaches still with the mic on the head unit and stuff, so you don't pick up that kind of stuff.
Right.
That's ridiculous. I didn't even think of that. Why are we still doing the
I think
mics like the old-fashioned early 2000s cell phone
Yeah,
headsets?
it's like, what the heck?
Like, don't-
Probably because it's cheaper to manufacture that way, so they can lower the overall cost of the unit.
that's the one thing PlayStation did that kind of pissed me off, like trying to get themselves in that market that Xbox really knew how to corner. The headsets, like you could buy any Joe Schmo Bluetooth headset and put it on your PS3. And that was something they thought was really cool at the time, and then they realized we could have made a lot of money off headset sales. So now they're only letting you use PlayStation headsets, which I'm not going to be too upset about because the system is $100 cheaper than the Xbox, which is one of the big reasons I wouldn't buy an Xbox.
Yeah.
So they did good, but
Well,
that's a
they
crappy
had-
thing to do. Here's a junk
There
headset.
is also the Blue Pulse of Death now on the PlayStation
Yeah.
4.
That's
That
what I was
was-
originally referring to.
Oh, yeah. It's just like,
but out of the million or so copies that they have sold so far,
most of them
Well-
work.
only 4,000 of them have, and I know it sounds like a lot, but only 4,000 of them actually had a problem when people received it.
That was I think a generous prediction on their part. That it could be a lot more.
Well, they expected it too. It said
What?
in the article that they expected it.
Yeah,
But here's-
because a lot of when it comes to technology and stuff, like a certain percentage always, no matter what it is or you're making, is like going to be faulty upon arrival.
But there's a key point in this whole thing. When, like, say the PS3 launched, I'm sure that they had problems with that too. However, they didn't have the social networking that we have now. So there wasn't a lot of places for people to post on forums about how, oh my God, PS4 sucks because my thing was broken, when I got it. But they don't realize that maybe the PS3 had just the same amount of faulty, product as the PS4 does, but the social networking wasn't there, so nobody could complain to the public. That was the big point of the article, I think.
People,
But,
every time we get an advancement in social media technology, people complain more and more. They just use it to troll, vent, and rant.
Oh yeah,
That's it.
and
It gets
it's
nothing
just-
done.
Baby pictures and cat pictures too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Can't forget
Like-
those.
It's either whining or cute stuff pictures. Take your pick, because that's all you're gonna get.
I had a Facebook
Yeah.
friend who recently posted pictures of their their new baby on Facebook, and we're not talking about like a day after it was born. We're talking about like in the delivery room pictures.
Oh, I know.
Like-
That's all over my Facebook thing, because a lot of my girlfriends now they're all having babies right around the same time. It's kind of weird, but hey, if you want to time your births together, whatever, that's your thing. But like in the delivery room the day it's born, I'm like, shouldn't that like Be
Take
private?
like a moment, maybe like, I don't know, 10 minutes to get acquainted with your baby.
10 minutes.
Hold on,
just to get
hold
to
the
know your
baby right there. No, the baby's not even out yet. Just hold on. Okay, there we go.
It's
This is gonna-
crowning.
This is gonna make a sweet vine. What
Oh,
are you doing?
or it's
Senja just kind of boop right after it. That's
they're
the
streaming
vibe.
on Twitch, and he says, "Wait, hold on. I lost connection. Wait a minute. Let me get it back."
Oh,
Yeah.
That would be
Gross.
crazy. Streaming it.
But yeah, it's just that's what social media is. So there's a lot more people complaining about the PlayStation Blue. They're calling it the blue light of death than I think are affected by it, because people just want to cling on to something, and especially people who are like more Xbox than PlayStation. I'm sure they're having a field day right now. I don't.
well, I mean, what the Xbox One is going to release this week, right?
Yeah.
So, I'm sure we're going to have just as many horror stories where people have a new red ring of death, whatever it's going to be called with the Xbox One, the blue blink of death. I don't care. Whatever they're going to call it, it's still going to happen. It's just like, don't count your chickens before all the eggs are in the basket, please. Wait until it has released before you start really making comparisons on which is really better.
True.
And the thing is, Sony is really, really like, they're there for you. The support team will answer. You can send your unit back, get it back. They work with all the companies that you might purchase it from. So if you purchase it online, like say from Amazon, Amazon knows the policies and things like that, so they'll take the return and send you a new one, because they got a good reputation with Sony, so they'll work that out. Walmart, you can probably just take it back. I don't even know if Walmart will have it, right? Yeah, they will.
Walmart takes anything back. Like,
Yeah,
You don't
that's
even need a
true. Without a
receipt.
receipt.
You could have probably thrown it in a bonfire and then pissed on it, and they'd probably still be like, well, if you have the receipt, I guess you can exchange it. Like,
Oh.
even though it's clearly not in condition to be taken back.
Yeah.
I bought it like this.
Yeah, I got it in the box like this, and I'm pretty sure they would still take it back.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
dissatisfied.
but I mean, it's just they're really there to help you. So they know, they understand. Now, whether Microsoft's going to have the same attitude or not, we'll see.
If you remember the Xbox Red Ring of Death fiasco from a few years back, all the Xboxes got it like the same time. It was like just this ticking time bomb that pretty much 100% of old Xbox 360s were going to get. It would just happen.
After a certain length of time, they would just go to Red Ring.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I mean, some people had a theory that this was supposed to happen, like around the time the new console was to be released, and then they decided, oh, well, we can't release the new console yet, and then all the systems were dying at once. It's a very easy accusation to make. I know technology is made to die eventually, but I don't think they would do that, because that cost them so much money in the end.
No, yeah, because they pretty much lose money on the consoles, so, like, forcing you into buying another one, no. Because then you also run the risk of everybody being like, well, I don't really play it that much, so I'm not gonna, like, buy a new one, and they'll just turn in all their games and be done. It's better to have somebody sitting with a console they don't use much and occasionally buy a game than no games at all.
Yeah, and now they're just not making them backwards compatible, so I'm pretty sure they want you to keep the old systems.
Oh,
for
yeah.
whatever reason.
I'm sure of it.
Bastards. But I think... Do you think that these PlayStation problems are going to keep happening now? Like, or do you think it's just this little percentage, like 0.4%?
I think it's just the release percentage. It's brand new. They had to rush, and they probably didn't have enough time to actually really time test this. And things could have gone wrong in shipping because it's going to be a lot shipped at once.
And they'll know too with the sendbacks. They'll be able to determine what the cause is, and so any newer product, they'll make sure that they focus on making sure that particular problem is fixed in the newer
version
ones.
2.
But
Sure.
they said the thing is they expected this, and they say that this happens all the time. This is normal. But like I said, because of the new social media that we have now, everybody just jumps on that. I mean, 4,000 is nothing. I mean, if it was like
That's a penny in the well. I mean,
yeah, if it was like a majority of them, like almost half of the million that they sold, then yeah, now we got a situation here. But I mean, they're making it sound like people in forums are making it sound like it's the end of the world. PS4 is crap. Nobody wants to
first
buy
world
it.
problems, end of the world.
Yeah. And it's like, what the
Luckily-
heck, Come
Luckily, the
on.
internet has this really short attention span. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know.
next week Xbox One is coming out, so I'm sure whatever's wrong with that, and there will be something wrong, whether you are a fan of it or not. Like, there will be something wrong with anywhere from 0.01% of those units to 3% of those units. They will have a problem.
Oh yeah.
Now, do you
Definitely.
after we're right up to the wire here? We have PlayStation 4. We almost have Xbox One. I still believe that PlayStation's going to come out on top this time around.
Oh, and they already said since from the last console they had to this one, they've sold a lot more. Like this is like their biggest,
Well,
sales.
yeah,
when it
Sony
came
might
to the
have
console.
beat their own records, but that doesn't mean they're going to beat Xbox sale records. So,
Yeah.
and we won't know that until maybe a week after Xbox One comes out, and then you can compare the numbers.
Yeah. So and then, we'll see what happens on Christmas too. So
Yeah,
that'll be a
Christmas will
lot
be-
more. People are holding out until Christmas to buy it. A gift for their kids or whatever. So
South Park just did a whole episode about. It's going to be a two-parter. I guess it's about Black Friday, and how
Oh no.
there's this
Oh.
console war going on. So all the kids are picking sides, PlayStation or Xbox, because they believe that, and this is probably true, the initial sales of the system is going to determine the primary system that everyone has in their house. So right now, just like everyone had a PS2 in their house years ago, now everyone has an Xbox 360 because that was just the system that won. So now they're joking around about which system's going to win, and more of the kids in the show want an Xbox than the kids who want a PlayStation. It's funny. It's they're going to do part 2 on Wednesday. I'm looking forward to it. I like when they make fun of things I actually relate to.
yeah.
They try to do that with most of the episodes, but then there's that. I know you're not into politics, so occasionally they do wander off into politics, and I'm sure Vortak, that's foreign territory for you.
It depends on the issue.
Well, yeah,
yeah.
some things you can't avoid.
We'll see. I don't know. Anyway, so PlayStation 4, that's about the only thing we've heard, though. Other than that, people seem happy. The Twitch integration
Yeah.
is something
Oh,
people
yeah.
are really excited about.
Yeah, I talked to my sister a little bit about her because she pre-ordered one the night they announced it. She was like, "I'm sold. I pre-ordered it." And so she's been telling me about it, and she's been playing some of the cute little games that have released with it, and she's having a lot of fun with it. She's actually thinking about buying Assassin's Creed 4 for it, but she's like, "Well, I don't know. I've never played any of the other ones."
Oh, and you got to play the other ones. You can't just jump into Assassin's Creed.
I know, right? I
You-
was like,
you don't
why
do
did you
that.
even consider that?
Yeah.
Go buy the bundle on Steam and play through them.
Jeez. Yeah. They're like, what, a nickel for the old games?
No, the winter sale's coming up, so there will be a nickel then, and
Yeah.
and that's all of them. And no, not really, but I'm sure they'll be dirt cheap.
Is that on Steam yet? Black Flag?
Yes,
Okay.
that should be on Steam now.
Don't tell me that. I shouldn't have even asked.
I'm not
Yeah.
allowed. I was told I'm not allowed to purchase it yet,
Ah.
so I'm just like, okay, I'll take.
You
that
need
as
to
a
beat
hint.
3. You still got to
I
beat
know,
3.
I do. That's why I'm like, don't have it yet.
Well, make sure that you buy it from my website if you do.
I bought. Oh, this might piss off Dreadlow a little bit. I just bought Battlefield 4.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, did you?
Are you
Yeah.
good at it or bad at it?
I haven't
Be
played it.
honest.
So my dad plays it all the time. Like that's
Mm-hmm.
his game. That's the only game he plays anymore. Like when we were kids, he would play N64 with us and whatever. And he's always been kind of into games, but on the PC. So he was big into Counter-Strike, and I think somewhere in between Battlefield came in, and he's bought like every one since. And I don't think he invests too much in the expansions or anything, but he got
So
that.
how much did you pay for it?
I paid full price, forgetting about your website because I'm dumb. and then I bought it, and
got-
two things popped into my mind. One, I saw the 6-hour download and thought, I have plenty of time. I could have just gone to friggin' Walmart and picked it up there without all this downloading BS, and instead I have to wait 6 hours.
No, because like I got the new Battlefield 3 game like pretty soon after it had released, and I had like it. I don't even. This is one of the things about new games. Like if you're gonna make it on Origin or Steam, why even sell the disc in the box? Just put a code in there if I'm going to have to download the whole game anyway.
Wait,
that
so
just
you still
drives me crazy.
the game's not on the disc? You still got to download it?
Oh no, it's on there, but like it'll check the disc and be like, it's too old, so you have to download the new version, and it'll be like the whole game.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Okay.
So
Actually,
like,
I've done
you
that.
didn't save yourself any time. Actually, no, you did
Exactly,
save
yeah.
yourself some time and some gas because you would have still had to download the whole thing.
Well, anyway, then I thought, oh crap, I could have bought this from Lito's website, and I didn't. So I'm sorry, but
Codes in those boxes.
I
now, like-
don't have the new Assassin's Creed, so there's still that.
All right, yeah. It's
You want to save a few bucks on games? Go to dreadlowgaming.com. .com? Or .net?
dreadlowgaming.com.
.com.
.org.net.
.orgnet.
It's,
.com orgnet.
yeah, it releases on the 22nd.
.gov.
It actually,
Dot triple X.
releases on the 22nd, but it's full price. So.
Oh, okay. So I didn't. I still would have ended up buying it on Origin.
Well, no, Battlefield 4 is on sale till November 24th, so you would have saved a little bit of
damn
money
it.
on it.
Great, thanks.
Yeah.
Well, whatever. I still, it's gonna be a while before I get Assassin's Creed now because there's too many games. I know we're giving away a copy of Rust, and I got it today. I've been meaning to get it. I finally did, and I streamed it for a while.
I looked and I was like so close to getting that today after watching you play it, but thankfully it saved myself from myself by having no copies available to buy when I looked, and I'm like, it was like 0 copies. I'm like, yeah, I really need to only be buying Christmas gifts right now.
Well, the thing is, what's so cool is the Dutch auction's over, so it's $20 even just for the whole game, and I think it's well worth it. It's definitely worth
it looked worth it.
At this alpha stage this game is in right now, I am so surprised how stable it is. It plays so well. It plays like a full release game. There's just not a lot to do right now.
And they're actually saying on the website that they feel as though the performance isn't good enough.
No, there's definitely flaws, but none like any alpha game I've ever played.
Yeah, I'm saying that the Face Punch, they're saying, well, the performance isn't where we want it, so we're definitely working on that, and we're going to do much better with the performance issues that there are. So I'm like, performance issues? It even runs good on my PC, and I have problems running Minecraft sometimes. So I mean, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, it's a really cool game because you start out and it's like Minecraft and Worm Online and those primitive games where you have nothing and you're like, okay, well, I guess I'll just beat this tree and get some wood and try to craft myself some stuff. And then you start to get into it and you realize not only do you craft hatchets and stuff, you get guns, like full-blown firearms and ammo, and you craft the ammo, and they're not just like old pump action things where you gotta like pour the gunpowder in the top and get it, No, these are guns. Like you carry them around, semi-automatic.
I was a little confused to see the guns. Like it just felt so like,
Well,
whoa,
they do say that's
guns?
temporary though. They say it's temporary though, but they may have some in the game, but it'll be very hard to get.
The
You have to go to the guns are they're placeholder. A lot of this stuff is placeholders. So they will have the pump action shotgun. If you notice, you have to put in a shell and you shoot it, and then you have to open it and put in a shell again, then shoot it, and then so they're making it so and they got a crossbow and a bow. I mean those kind of weapons.
Hard to craft a gun, though. Like.
Yeah, they'll make
if you think about it, that's very complicated to me.
They will make it really hard to craft eventually.
Well, they should.
In the final product.
Or
they'll make it so it's hard to find. You'll have to go into those areas that are radiated.
Yeah, a lot of radiation.
You have to have special suits and things like that in order to get over there to even get it. And then you'll get it. And so people will be more conservative about killing people or shooting people because if they die, they'll lose that gun. So they don't want to, So be very careful about that.
I don't know though. It depends on how balanced guns are. That could be a horrible thing. Like if guns are terribly imbalanced with everything else, because then once you have a gun, if you can just like slay through people, then it's gonna create a horrible imbalance. So it's pretty much everybody who managed to get a gun,
But people will
and
have
nobody else
bows
is
and
gonna want to play.
crossbows. People will have bows and crossbows because you can craft those. You can also craft a shotgun. So there are ways of, that balance is there. So if somebody has a weapon like that, they're definitely going to want to protect it.
We need something like that, though. If you think about it, let's use Worm Online. We talked about that a ton on the podcast. If you don't know what it is, I'll link it in the show notes. Basically, it's really primitive and really slow. Worm Online sticks you in like one time period. So does Minecraft in a way, but you can mod Minecraft like crazy.
Yeah.
Worm Online tries to be realistic, and it remains primitive throughout the whole game. You have like your little rinky-dink house. You can make it out of old cobblestone or wood or whatever, and then the weapons, everything in it is primitive. This game starts you off primitive, and I like how they've thought about putting guns in it, and it increases. We don't have any games like that play like Rust does, like first person.
Yeah,
You know, you start off with very little, and then you build your way up to modern day technology, and that's
Paul
cool.
Paul Soares Jr. did a video. He's been doing videos on Rust for a while, and I just watched a recent one of him, and he started playing Alpha 2, and he's been playing since the early Alpha. And so when he started playing it, he noticed there was a sound in the background, in the ambient sounds that wasn't there before, and it sounded like a computer, like doodle-doo-doo. It's like that kind of a sound.
Yeah.
So he's thinking, whoo, maybe they're going to start adding some like alien technology or something
I
in the
saw
game. Or
a wormhole in the sky while I was streaming.
oh, yeah, somebody had mentioned that too. That there's some kind of a weird anomaly in the sky.
I wonder if that's going to drop stuff down, or you could get sucked in.
Well, they already have drop shipments of planes that come by and they drop.
Yeah, but that would
crates.
drop like normal stuff, like a wormhole. You would expect something crazy, like
Yeah.
futuristic or
Portal
something.
gun.
So there's some little things that they're not really discussing or talking about because, it's a surprise. This is just an alpha game, and they're trying to get it working first.
Speaking of indie games, and we'll get back to Rust, there's one thing I've been wanting to mention. Just this week, something came out, or no, last week, something came out that I think is really cool. Do you guys remember Epic Inventor?
Yes.
Yes.
I used to play it a lot. A lot of people used to watch it on my channel. They just released the the source code for Epic Inventor, and invite people to start modding it.
I know. I
Wow.
saw that tweet. I was like so excited. I was like, "Ooh, that's nice."
So kind of like World of Warcraft, where you can have mods and stuff, or they don't call them mods. What do they call them? They call them plugins. I forgot what they call them on World of Warcraft. And the same thing with I can't think of another game that Runes of Magic, I think, allows you to mod it.
Well, if you're
That's
someone
gonna be
who
cool.
if you're someone who mods games, or you know someone like that, definitely go check that out, because if I start seeing good mods for Epic Inventor, I will start playing it again, because that's one I want to go back to, but I kind of did everything in it and finished it, and people were disappointed when I stopped doing it, but I'm like, what do you do, And even the creator, who I became friends with, was like, no, I'm surprised you went on with it as long as you did, because there wasn't anything left to do.
Yeah. I mean, is it multiplayer?
Yeah.
The game, okay, they released multiplayer, but they never perfected it. And they said,
Gotcha.
we got to move on. We can't keep working on this. It's too buggy. So multiplayer works when it wants to, but no promises there. And yeah, they left it the way it is. So it's still to this day really difficult. But I guarantee you that's one of the first things a clever modder is going to do. They're going to start, working on it. So I'm definitely going to keep my eye out on their forums and on the game itself, because I'm excited. I think that's really cool. I like seeing,
that's gonna be cool.
Games like that are fun to mod. You could do a lot with it. So definitely go check that out. It'll be linked in the show notes, and they're so cool to me. Like on their website, they put my channel like linked on it. It's still there.
Yeah. 'Cause
Yeah,
you
they
were
were
doing
really
the
cool
videos
guys. I
for 'em.
remember talking to him the one day, and he was super cool.
Yeah. So I'm very excited about that for sure. Oh, we're gonna give away this copy of Rust. We're gonna keep teasing you though.
Oh, Dan, it's not nice to tease people.
Nope. In a little bit. First. Oh man, I want to
All
talk
these
about.
potential winners are like, oh my gosh, I need to know. Is it me? Ah.
I know.
First, I want to talk about this. I think it's crazy, but there's gonna be a Need for Speed movie.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I
That's
saw
gonna
that.
be. It looks like it's gonna be pretty sweet.
A lot of.
I feel like it's gonna be like every other terrible racing movie,
Well, it's because the guy is being
especially
framed.
that horrible series I refuse to name here.
Oh, Fast and Furious.
Ugh.
That's what it looks like. It looks like a Fast and Furious ripoff.
The Fast and Furious was a crappy ripoff of Need for Speed, and now Need for Speed is gonna be a crappy Fast and Furious. I mean,
Well.
I'm serious. Like, so I can only imagine how indefinitely bad the Need for Speed movie is gonna be.
Well, I like the whole idea. You know, a guy who is being framed for something he didn't do, and then now he's using his ability to race to
How does that
get
even?
revenge.
How? If you're being framed for something, is the ability to street race going to
I
ever
don't-
help you prove that you're not the guilty party?
So
Like,
it's about this
how?
guy. He was framed for a crime, and then they just kind of drive around for a couple hours.
You know what? I'm gonna race this guy. That's how I'm gonna get
Unless-
revenge.
Unless you're trying to get in tight with the kingpin of the racing ring because you know for a fact he's the guilty and you need to get close to him to get evidence, that's the only way.
That might
Only
be
way.
that might be it then. That's got to be it. I mean, what the heck? I don't know. Who's played the game?
I've played a couple of them. I mean,
The
they're really
game-
fun games. Like if you
Is
just
there a
want to
story
race.
like? Is there a story like that within the game?
I don't think so. It's just
Oh,
you go on.
Oh, it's
it's
just
a
a race-
racing game.
just
I mean,
street racing.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's no story or nothing. Okay.
I mean, I haven't played any of the newer ones, but there probably is stories now. But they're probably just like every like 2D fighter storyline. It's just kind of sort of there to string together the fights, and that's it.
If
They
you're
need
a
to make a
fan of,
Grand Theft Auto movie.
oh my god,
I feel like it'll be awful though. Like I do want that, but I feel like it'll be really awful. Because it's like if they made it something like Ocean's 11, that might be fun. But
Grand
it's not
Theft
gonna
Auto
be.
5 in itself was enough of an adventure to satisfy me. I don't need a movie. I mean,
Yeah.
that had a pretty fun storyline. But if you're a fan of Aaron Paul in Breaking Bad, he's the star of the Need for Speed movie.
That's one of the reasons why I'll probably like it because I thought he did really good in Breaking Bad.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I thought it was worth mentioning. Definitely an interesting little project. I think it's also promoting a new game, too. They make like a new Need for Speed every week. I can't even keep track of those damn games. I think when I was younger, I played Hot Pursuit, and I had like a steering wheel on my desk. That was fun.
Oh yeah,
That was really
Wow,
fun.
that's like
that's invested. But it'd be nice.
It was, but it got old pretty quick because the game itself, no one played it anymore, and then I couldn't find one like it because
Yeah.
you know what's weird is that a lot of racing games, even to this day, don't feature a nice interior view of the car while you're driving it, and that's what I didn't like. That's like
Oh
when
yeah,
I was
they
younger,
spend all
especially.
those times like really perfecting those trees and the skylines and like the water on the road, and like you're gonna just zip by that in like less than 2 seconds. Interior of the car looks like pixely crap.
Steering wheel's a square, and yeah, like
Like you're driving like a pantomime, which like who drives like that and
Yeah.
doesn't wreck?
still
Yeah.
to this day, like I haven't found a lot. Test Drive Unlimited actually had a pretty sweet interior view of the cars, but other than that, I haven't found too many. And back in the day when I was a kid, that justified all my racing game decisions. If it wasn't Mario Kart or didn't have an interior view, I didn't care about it.
You're a fan of the interior view drive?
Well, you know, nowadays I wouldn't play like that, but I like the option. I like going into the
Oh.
car and checking it out because sometimes it's a car you've seen in real life, and you look around and you're like, "Wow, they did a really good job on this car," or "Wow."
That's probably why you really like the Starfighter.
They
game.
really didn't think anybody wanted interior view.
Star Citizen, yeah, they do the
Star
interior.
Citizen, yeah.
See, Star Citizen, when I start playing that, I will be playing inside the ship all the time. I don't
Yeah.
want an outside view of that damn ship. I think it's so cool to be in the ship and there's like computer screens everywhere, and you know,
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are going to play
That's-
that way. I'm about to go and get myself a joystick again, because now that I'm playing PC games more and I bought myself Battlefield, it's necessary for that helicopter and stuff, airplanes.
Oh,
I had
used
to
have
buy
a
me a new one.
joystick.
I got the Logitech Dual Action.
But it
and
was like
doesn't
a
work.
serial plug-in, and my newest motherboard doesn't have that hookup. So I was like, well,
I don't-
bye-bye, joystick I've had since I first had a computer.
We have one I hope is USB, but yeah, if it's not, I don't know. You know, it must be because my dad was using it up until like a couple weeks ago, and I'm gonna steal that from him because he got a new one. But that new one he got
Yeah.
supposedly pretty affordable. But yeah, it'd be cool to get. I always wanted a plain yoke, like yoke, whatever.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like it's sort of the double joystick, essentially.
There was a class when I was in middle school, like it was called tech class, and it featured all these different computer modules, and one of them was a flight sim, and that's the one I never got to do. And it had
Aw.
the stupid plane thing and the pedals, and everyone wanted that one, and so like inevitably every group wouldn't get to go to one lab that year, and that was the one that my group didn't get to go to. I was so enraged. Yeah.
What a cool one to miss out on, too.
I know, and I asked them like, how much is that? How much did you guys pay for that? And at the time, it was hundreds of dollars just to get the stupid plastic plane thing. And I was playing like I don't know. I had like a flight sim at my house, like, and I used my joystick to control the planes all the time. I'm like, that would be so cool to use, and I couldn't never get a hold of one. But for Battlefield, it'd be kind of stupid because the amount of time you spend switching between plane, helicopter, jeep, it would you'd have to like keep taking the big lugging the stupid thing on your desk and hooking it
Yeah.
all up. Okay,
Oh,
ready to fly my plane.
Here's a project for the super nerd. You create like a swivel seat with stations, and the joystick swivel around you, or the chair swivels with multiple monitors. I think the joystick swiveling would probably be the
You
easiest
get a desk
option.
tabletop that rotates, or the whole desk has to
Exactly.
rotate. Well, how do you
And
not
then-
tangle up the wires? I mean,
They'd have to be wireless, or you'd have to like figure out how to like reset itself.
you know what sucks is that would be so useful for maybe a couple of years, and then you'd be playing something else, and you just have this really expensive, stupid desk with monitors all around you, and you'd only use like two.
I am command center.
I still want a successful shot at that Star Trek sim we talked about a while back. The bridge simulator. Man, that didn't. I don't think it worked on my computer. Like it was too buggy or something. Something was wrong with it. I couldn't. Or you had to buy it to even test it. They said, "Oh, well, we're going to give you a demo to try out," and we got the demo, and it didn't like work multiplayer. You could just use it single player, which is dumb because you need like at least two people to even play the damn thing.
I can see if it will actually run.
Yeah.
Whoop-dee-doo!
Now I need 4 friends locally. I don't have 4 friends anymore.
I don't have 4 friends I'm not ashamed to tell this to.
It's crazy.
Oh man, yeah. So that's another one. Artemis, I think it's called. Yeah. Damn. But no, Star Citizen, they're getting close to doing something else too, I think. I think we're about to be able to fly the ships around. I'm not positive.
Oh, awesome. That is cool.
I think December is when they're going to release that, or late November. But oh yeah, if you haven't checked out Star Citizen, I'm going to link that in the show notes. They're doing like a big sale right now because they hit a certain milestone. I think the 1-year anniversary of the project. So now they're doing like a sale on certain ships and stuff.
The chat just linked you to the pilot controls for the computer.
Oh really?
Oh no.
Yes, a controller. It's ridiculously expensive. It's $434.
Good God, it's still expensive.
I mean, look at how many many doodads are there though?
See, that's for like a
crazy.
professional grade simulator. I'm talking about just gaming, you know? I don't need the pedals maybe, but other than that, you don't need all that. You can have one unit. You could have the yoke with just the throttle and you're done. You don't need all that.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
do
but
they
you got-
do they have the amateur edition or just like the Saytech Flight? And let's just knock off the Pro out of there so we can at least knock off $100, $200.
Yeah, no kidding. I'll put
Well,
that
they
in
got
the show notes.
everything though. They got everything there that you need.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's cool. And
Yeah.
you know what's funny, because when I was taking those aviation classes, they had three really. You could go for being an air traffic controller. You could go for a plane pilot or being a helicopter pilot. So they had simulators for all three of those things.
Mm-hmm.
And I never got far enough into the program to even go near those. But
You just are not allowed to do flying sims,
Yeah,
are
I'm
you?
just-
Like
and-
life just says no.
yeah, and I'd be damn good at it too. I know I would. Anyone can get a pilot's license though, and
Yeah,
you know,
it's
and
true.
even go to
it's
that
a little
same school.
expensive, but yeah, anyone can get one.
You just got to know how to double park, and you're good. Or what do you call it? Not double park.
I don't know. It's I thought about it briefly, but I'm like, that's just too much responsibility, and it's a lot to learn. You gotta dedicate yourself just so everything you need to know when you're driving, like when you're young, you think, wow, I gotta memorize a lot of stuff. No, try going for a pilot's license. Holy crap, I had to memorize stuff, and I wasn't even going for the pilot's license.
Oh, and there's like little side things you got to do. You got to make sure that you're able to. In other words, you have to know how to communicate with the what are they called?
Air traffic
Ground
controllers.
control?
The air traffic controllers. You have to make sure that you keep track of everything.
Yeah, that's why I just want my flight
Yeah.
simulator. I just want, I don't want to talk to a tower or anything else. I just want to fly the plane around. And maybe if there's like little missions in it or something. You guys ever play those trucker games that were like
The Euro Trucker?
that one's like the new incarnation of it. I used to play a game my friend got me into called Hard Trucker or Hard Trucker 2.
Yeah.
That was another driving game that had like an interior view of the truck, and it was cool because you drove a truck like around forever. Like the world was insanely stupid huge, and you had to actually back it up into the depot, and you'd get a delivery, and then you'd have a time limit on how fast
Yeah.
you deliver it, and you could never make that stupid time limit no matter what you did.
Oh yeah.
But it'd be cool if you could do that in like a plane game, like a cargo plane. I'm sure there's probably something out there like it, but
Oh yeah.
that I'm not going to pay that much money for.
Yeah, Euro Trucker's the exact same way. Like my friend actually has, he loves it, and we were all playing it as a party game. And he's actually one of the weirdos who has the wheel and the pedals. And I think we lost Vortak.
No, I'm here.
Did we?
Oh, you're
I
frozen
wonder.
Oh.
Yeah.
with the world's cheesiest grin.
I wonder if that whole flight simulator does it come with software as well?
The pedals and the yoke?
Yeah. All that stuff on that he
Maybe,
linked.
maybe not. I mean, that's probably if that looks like a really professional grade one. So I imagine you got to buy the software separately, and it's going to be a really professional flight simulator.
I'm gonna go buy it tomorrow.
You know, I have played one of those before, but it was in an arcade, and you're in like this booth that has 3 monitors, and it has
Yeah.
all the doodads in it and stuff, and that was friggin' cool.
Mm-hmm.
I like arcades. That's like the only place you can go to just play one of those, and now there's no
They
arcades.
don't exist anymore.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh,
They couldn't find a model that
Crazy.
actually worked in the modern era.
I guess I would really only need one more monitor and that flight thing, and I'd be able to set something up like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Anyway, Star Citizen. That's gonna be my next flight sim.
Google Earth, the free flight sim.
Oh yeah.
That's like
That's
a
good.
Oh my God,
it's
that's
like
crazy.
a god simulator. You just like take the world and spin it around and look at anything you want.
Google Street View, the trucker simulator.
Yeah.
Free trucker simulator.
Yeah.
If Euro Trucker goes on sale, I'll probably buy that.
Oh, it's always on sale. Just keep an eye on it. Well, it's not like always on sale, but it always goes
I'm talking
on
about
sale.
like dirt cheap. Like I don't want to pay a lot of money for it because I know I
No,
don't
no,
play
no,
it
no.
much.
When it does go on sale, it's like $2 or $3.
Can you really play that game with a keyboard and mouse though? Is it fun? I mean, it just doesn't feel right.
I haven't played it with a keyboard and mouse. Like my friend, he has a wheel and pedal, so like I just play it with him and.
Well, you can buy it now off of dreadlogaming.com for $29.99.
Oh my god.
No, but you want to wait for the Steam sale where it goes like dirt cheap, like
It's $10 off now.
$3.
See,
Oh,
that's too
$3.
much money
Well, this
though
is
for it because I won't
Euro
play it.
Truck Simulator 2.
No, I think this one's called 2013.
Oh, okay.
I could be wrong.
Yeah, that's the one you want.
This one here is, yeah.
So I got SimCity: Cities of Tomorrow. We talked about it last week.
Yeah.
I did purchase it, and it's pretty good.
Is it?
The expansion's $30. It's not, or $29.99. And it's.
Do you feel like it was worth it?
I haven't decided yet because I haven't gotten far enough into it to really, really enjoy the features. But there are a lot of new features. There's kind of two new main things you can focus on. You could be the nice guy and put the academy down, and then you're going to research a lot of cool technology. Or you could be the sellout douchebag and put down Omega Co. And Omega Co. will slowly convert all of your buildings to Omega Co. buildings, and it produces this stuff called Omega, and everyone relies on it. It's just like the bee's knees, but you don't really know what it is. And
Oof, Walmart Inc.
Wow.
yeah, well, basically making fun of like companies like that. But what's cool is you make a crap ton of money. Even at the very beginning stages, I started making a lot of money. So you start upgrading it, and eventually, and I'm almost at this point in the world I started, you can get Omega Co to have like divisions, so that you can get a robotics division, and it will deploy drones over the city, and the drones will police. They'll put out fires, and they'll heal people.
Oh, that's cool. Almost kind of like RTS.
Yeah,
Or I
yeah.
guess SimCity is.
It was.
But
It was pretty cool. So I started doing that, and then the academy was cool, but there's a lot of decisions to make with the academy. Like you put it down and you start researching things, and you quickly realize, like, oh my god, like you can only pick so many paths, and then you're like, how many cities do I have to make to try everything here? You know.
wow.
But your cities do start looking pretty futuristic, and it's not a bad thing. And I did start with the mega towers too. That's the third thing they did. You can just stack towers, and what they are, they're like a city within a city. So all the people in the tower who live there need to have a place to go to work in the tower, and they need to have a place to shop in the tower. And
So you built
Oh.
China? Is what you're
basically,
saying?
yeah, and you can have like
Okay.
8 giant towers that are stacked with at least 8 different things, and then you can connect them with sky bridges. So that's pretty cool.
Well, how much did you pay for this?
It was $29.99 for the expansion.
Oh, so you could have got it for $23.99 on my
Son
website.
of a bitch! I need to like make that
I'm
my
just saying.
homepage on Google so
You
I
need to-
remember.
No,
saying.
like put like a sticky note on your monitor, like front and center. If I'm gonna buy something, check Dreadlow Gaming first.
It really is. It's for the next 6 days. It's for $23.99, 20% off.
Damn it. Well, if someone here has SimCity but does not have that expansion, go to
Yeah.
DreadlowGaming.com and you can save some money. And if you want your city to fail instantly, name it Ronixville. I found that like makes it fail like that.
Yeah, it's a secret Easter egg.
It's true.
Yeah.
Fell flat on its face. And I'm like, great. Thanks.
She says no. She says if they are named Ronixville,
Well,
they will.
She just
not
has
Wait,
her-
way to
her
ruin
words.
the joke, way to- yeah, way to ruin that. Now she knows the jig is up.
Oh.
yeah. No, she was watching me stream it, and she told me, like, what do I name the region? She's like, Ronixville. I'm like, oh, okay. And so I named it after her, and then my city failed. But it was my fault. I didn't know what I was doing.
Oh, okay. Now I get it. Now.
Yeah.
Okay, I get the joke.
All right. Maybe it's about time we give away Rust.
Oh, is it time?
Yeah, it's getting about that time.
About that time.
It is that time.
We scheduled it this way. This was actually rehearsed. We've all put you through quite the ruse right now. All right, so let me grab the list of names here, like that, and put them in my handy dandy random name picker, like that.
There you go.
Give me a second.
Is that your
Can't
drum?
keep that up.
Well, you know
that's the drum roll.
they do have a drum roll in the Google effects.
No.
Don't start with the Google effects.
Don't start with Google effects.
All right,
That is
so
so far behind us. Don't bring it back.
last week we told you guys to visit everythingnoob.com for your chance to win a copy of Rust, courtesy of Mr. Dreadlow and dreadlowgaming.com. So you can say that now. It sounds really professional.
Yeah.
Courtesy of dreadlowgaming.com. It doesn't have to be there. You can just sponsor it like that.
Yeah. True.
And we are going to pick a random. We only have one copy, but this won't be the last giveaway we do. So
Yeah. There'll be more in the future.
you guys ready to know who won?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Crazy
Probably
Pat.
Who?
Crazy Pat.
Crazy Pat.
Crazy Pat.
Crazy Pat.
If you're listening, Crazy Pat, you're a winner. Check your email.
Congratulations.
Okay, let me type the key in chat. No, I'm just kidding.
Wait a minute.
No.
I don't think he knows how it works.
Wow, that would be bad.
He spells his name with a 4 instead of an A, but I still got it.
Just
okay. Just so everyone knows, if you want to go like
Crazy for Pat.
No, crazy P for T, right?
No, it's CR4ZY, Pat.
Yeah, it's Crazy Pat.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
If it was crazy for Pat, it would be CRAZY, the number 4, and then Pat.
I'm not reading it. You are.
Yeah, but you assumed.
Well, Pat's going crazy now because he just wants a free copy of Rust. I mean, it could be a girl, though, because that's kind of a unisexual name. It's Pat.
Patricia or Patrick.
It's Patricia, yeah.
I know. I'm sorry, Pat, if you're a girl, and I assumed you were a
The only woman in gaming assumed you were a man.
Yeah, I'm
That's not
sorry.
true. There's plenty of women
So
in
Even
gaming.
sexist. No, I was kidding.
Go there.
The only woman on our gaming podcast is what I meant to say. Assumed.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Anyway, so Crazy
All
Pat
right.
is our Rust giveaway winner, courtesy of dreadlowgaming.com, which you can't buy it there.
Yet.
It will be linked in the
Yeah.
show notes if you want to purchase it for yourself.
It will. Yeah, it will be a Steam regular eventually. It's still an alpha, so
Just be patient.
be patient. But you can also go to their website and buy it for $20 if you can catch it, because they only sell 500 an hour.
An hour or a
No,
day?
no, it's
I mean,
500 a day.
Now it's 500 a day. That's right. 500
It's like
keep a day.
midday if you're in the U.S. when the ticker rolls over.
I was really disappointed because Excel tweeted me, he's like, you should play Rust, because I didn't know what to stream. I'm like, that's a great idea, I'll buy Rust. And I had like 4 hours left until the next keyed release. I'm like, damn it!
Oh, yeah.
So, but playrust.com, for those of you who refuse to go on everythingnoob.com and check the show notes, is where you will find, and like you'll click this view auction button at the top, and that's where it is. Actually, right now, while we're recording this, there's 367 keys left for
There
the
you
day.
go.
So, there you go. This is their way
Make
of like,
sure you have a PayPal account and you know the PayPal email.
yeah, this is kind of their way of
Yeah.
filtering out, filtering out the massive amount of people that would play it otherwise, because it's an alpha and they're trying to keep the servers not too congested.
Yeah.
Did I tell you how my stream ended today?
Yeah, it crashed.
Oh my god, I was pissed. I like all of the sudden there was like 100 airdrops just flying over everything, like just planes
Whoa.
everywhere. And Excel was saying that the admins had spawned them, and I was looking around. I'm like, okay, and I found a crate falling kind of close by, so I'm like running to it, and I'm running and running and running, and then frozen. And I'm like, what happened? And the game crashed. The admin on the server probably crashed his game by spawning all those planes.
You cheated, or you got cheated. You're about to get free stuff.
Or he tweeted it and everybody logged on.
No,
You know?
it was weird. It was a weird anomaly. But I'm like, why are there all these planes? He's like, they just spawned them. It's the admins. And I guess the admins can spawn sports cars. Did you know about that?
No.
Yeah, they can
Huh?
spawn and drive around sports cars.
No way, really?
Yeah. Excel's seen them.
What?
Excel's our friend who plays the game.
Why?
Just so everyone knows.
Yeah.
Excel
That's
Pony?
great.
Yes, Excel Pony.
So so mad
Yeah.
right now.
No, but oh man, now I'm like conflicted because tonight I want to play Battlefield, but Rust.
I know.
I don't know.
At least
We'll see.
you have a copy.
You can get one right now.
Now Crazy Pat has one too.
But I have to have the PayPal, and I don't like buying things.
Well, no, you
I
can,
don't like that
you can-
either.
You click it, and you click it, and it says you can do PayPal, or you could say I don't have a PayPal account, and
What?
you can use a debit or credit card.
Oh,
Really? Okay.
damn it!
That's
well,
how I do it. I got a PayPal account, but there's no money in it. So why would I use that?
I had to.
I mean, I have money in my PayPal, but
I had to use my PayPal account we get server donations on, and then I had to put the money back into it, and that's always just so annoying to me.
Yeah, it says right on the bottom, right underneath it says I don't have a PayPal account. You click it, and then it asks you for your credit card information, and you put in your email address. And if
I was
the
looking
email
for
address
that,
you
too.
use does have a PayPal account, it'll prompt you saying you have a PayPal account. Are you sure you don't want to use PayPal? You say no, and then it automatically just debit your card.
DreadlowGaming.com now offers tech support for idiots like me who can't buy things.
1-800-LITO-DREADLOW.
Actually, I do have a phone number.
We have a phone number that people can.
The last
Yeah.
4 digits are LEDO.
Do you really?
Yeah.
I wish I knew what my last 4 digits spelled on my phone number. I'll have to go
You
to one
can-
of those sites that you can put it in
Yeah,
and see what.
we have one for everything Noob, and we
Yeah.
got we did
know.
it through Google Voice.
Yeah, it's Noob.
You can actually call us and leave a voicemail. It only sets up to leave voicemails. It doesn't ring on an actual phone. But it's 210-570-NOOB, NOOB, or 6662, and you can leave us
Yeah.
voicemails, and we can play them on the show if they're appropriate.
You can
Yeah.
sing us a song.
Yeah, you can
Sing us your Noob song.
Sing us
So no
the-
heavy
what you think
breathing
the
or anything
Noob
like that.
the Noob theme song should be.
I'm Darth Vader, and I'm calling everything Noob.
Yeah.
He's the best of the bros.
Yeah. It was. I'll link that in the chat. What? Sorry, I was looking at something else.
There you go.
Yeah, sing us your Noob theme song. We'll embarrass you on the show.
Oh, I love it though. I love that kind of stuff.
So yeah, you can contact us there. But there you go, Crazy Pat. You just won.
What's it called? Action mail to your domain.html?
What? Oh, that's just the link I posted with the phone number on it.
Oh.
Yeah, whatever. So I want to mention this before we head off. If anyone out there knows of a better service than Google Hangout that we could use to record the show on, please let us know.
Yeah, that would
We
be
are
great.
desperate.
We are very desperate. We can't use Skype. We can't use a lot of things because Skype, the way we record the show is their audio is actually being thrown through my soundboard right now and then coming back out as if it's coming through my microphone. But it doesn't echo back to them because of something Google Plus did, which is kind of ingenious. That's why we use it. But we had so much trouble starting up today and getting the stream going. I'm like, God, we need to find something else. We can't use Skype because it has that echo problem sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't. And then Skype costs money if we want the webcams on, like all three of them.
And Google Hangout has a problem with adjusting our mics all the time.
Yeah, it sits there, and the podcast levels on the final release of the podcast are all screwed up. And they're not very noticeable because it gradually goes up and down, and I don't think people really notice it.
Right.
But I watch it. I'm watching it right now, and it's changed numerous times throughout this recording, and I hate that.
Yeah, I always gotta keep the volume open and adjust it sometimes. It's kind of irritating.
You can meet in person, says Micro. Okay, thanks. If anyone has a viable suggestion,
I'm not opposed to it.
Yeah, we'll get it. We'll get a studio.
Long-term option that's not viable because that's
Well,
like vacation.
why don't we meet in person and record 50 episodes, and then we'll just upload them once a week.
We'll just get some
Yeah,
tarot
we'll
cards
just
out and a crystal ball and make some predictions.
We'll pre-record 50 episodes in a studio. Yeah, that'll work.
So, new story today: all the Xbox Ones that were released a month ago caught fire, and all those people's houses burned down because it was late at night. So when the Kinect was sitting on, when the Xbox was off, it just started sparking and igniting everyone's houses.
There's a good story right there. See,
That's
you already got one.
Minecraft 2 announced.
And that will be aired.
Now with spheres.
Huh?
Minecraft 2 now with spheres.
Yeah. So yeah.
But if anyone knows of a service that you think would help, feel free to leave that somewhere. I don't know. Contact us. That contact us
Tweet
page.
us,
Everythingnoob.com.
something.
Jesus. Google is really pissing everyone off right now.
I will give you a personal shout out next show if we use it.
Yeah, Google's doing a lot of crazy stuff.
We could record all of our audio and video separately, like in vlogs, and just pretend we're having conversations, and we'll edit them all together, and we'll see how well it comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that wasn't even a real suggestion. You guys are overthinking it. Do you hear what I even said? I said we'll all record our own vlog, and we'll edit them all together, but we won't communicate. That's the joke.
I thought we'd
we'll
be
just-
on a Skype call
No.
and we just all separately record and then send it.
No, that's not funny. Never mind. It's still not funny because you guys made me explain it.
Do you feel lame now that nobody got your joke?
No, I think you should feel lame. You should be embarrassed
Do you
right
feel
now.
socially awkward
No,
So what
that
we
you're
do
not
is-
a part of the group?
you're just both dumb. So it's your fault, not mine.
So what we do is
okay.
we all record our video separately, send it to you, and then we just use that same video footage
yes.
on every episode.
You've
How
just
about I just
re-explained it.
etch it into stone tablets, some facial gestures for myself, like crude drawings of myself, and then I'll mail you that
That's even better.
through USPS.
Why don't you go to Build-A-Bear and record all your audio into a bear, and I'll have to push the little button.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Yeah, that'll work.
Hopefully, Build-A-Bear is popular enough to people know what I'm talking about. All right, well, we got to wrap up.
Alrighty.
Okay.
There'll be like
So
40 bears. in
Congratulations. Congratulations, Crazy Pat.
Yes, we will get you your copy eventually. We have your email. We'll send it to you
tonight or tomorrow, if you're listening live, or the day.
We'll get it to you by.
It goes on iTunes.
We'll get it to you
should-
before Christmas.
there.
Should be
Yes,
in your email.
just in time for the holidays.
Just in time for the holidays. No, we'll get to you
No.
right away.
No, don't talk about Christmas before Thanksgiving. No.
Oh.
My radio station's already playing Christmas music.
No!
Yeah, it started on the 15th.
No! I mean, I know my hair is Christmas colored, but no!
I had to do an appearance, and I was just playing the music. And I'm standing there, and people are walking by, and some people looked at me funny, why is that guy playing Christmas music over there? It seems so out of place. And some people were like, I'm so glad you're playing Christmas music right now. I'm like, really? It's not too soon? They're like, it's never too soon for Christmas. Wow.
Wow.
Ugh.
It's a Will Ferrell elf.
Yeah. It's never too soon for Christmas. And they just
All Amy
skipped
has
away.
to do is put a green bow in her hair, and she's set.
I know, right?
All right. Thank you for listening, everyone. See you next week.
Adios.
Bye!
Thanks for listening to the Everything Noob podcast. Be sure to visit everythingnoob.com for previous episodes, show notes, host bios, and blogs. And while you're there, feel free to write us with any questions, comments, or suggestions you may have. Don't forget to check out the links to our Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch TV channel as well. On behalf of the Noobs, see you next week, and happy gaming.